Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a walk around on the 1970 Dodge Super Bee. Check it out. So this 1970 Dodge Super Bee is a 383 4-speed car. Originally built as a 323 rear, now has 355s installed. Other options the car came from the factory with are AM 8-track, the side stripes in a Ledger blue, very uncommon and rare, and unfortunately somebody put the black ones on instead when the car was redone, and power steering, and that's about it. Not too much else on the car. Oh, rear seat speaker also as part of the AM 8-track package. When the car was redone several years ago, the Ram charger setup was added along with hood pins and the light package. Really nice, clean, driver quality car. When it was redone about, I'm guessing, 20 years ago, they did a lot of work. Besides paint and body, they also did re-chroming of the bumpers, new grills, wheels, tires, full suspension rebuild. And at the time, the motor had been rebuilt, but wasn't really a great job. They installed the main bearings on the crank upside down, which resulted in some lower end noise, causing me to have to rebuild the motor when I acquired it a couple of years ago. Very solid rust-free car. Other than a couple lower quarter panel patches on both sides, left and right rear of the car, it is very solid, clean, original body. Original trunk floor, original interior floors, original Dutchman panel, all in super nice shape. Bumpers were re-chromed, as I mentioned, front and rear. Paint job is sort of a driver quality. There's a little bit of dirt in it here and there, a couple blemishes, but the car really presents itself well. Really wish in this video I had more overcast rather than direct sun, but anyway. New windshield was done. Really makes it very good to be able to see at night. Electrical system is excellent. In the interior, they did new carpets, seat covers, and the like. We'll check out the interior in the next shot. So for the interior, seats were redone, front and rear, and new carpets. Carpets are starting to show some fading, and also a couple tears here and there, but still very usable. Floor mats make it nice to sort of cover up the carpet. Dash pad I replaced when purchasing the car. It was pretty beat up, and they had put a dash cap over the dash pad. Was pretty horrible. All the gauges in the car work. The AM 8-track does not. Headliner was also redone. Got some wrinkles, but gets the job done. Door panels are very nice. Rears are good on that side. On this side of the car, there is some damage there on the rear door panel, but other than that, they are in very nice shape. Headrests do have a couple splits, but again, it's a driver quality car, very presentable. 4-speed shifter handle is very nice. The mechanism that was originally on the car when I acquired it wasn't the correct one, so the throws were excessively long to the point that you'd touch the dashboard when putting it in third gear. I got the correct mechanism for the transmission. That's been installed, and it now shifts properly. With the interior, a reproduction tachometer was added. It is not accurate. It reads excessively high. Don't know why. Haven't been able to figure it out, but it is what it is. Doors close decently. Again, example of paint blemishes is like this little chip here, and if we can see it in the video here, little bits of dirt, these types of things. It's not horrible by any means. I'm just being nitpicky, but again, You know, it's a driver quality car. Again, some of the blemishes there and there and there, but anyway, you get the point. Finish panel is very nice. Couple little minor dings in it, but more often than not, these things are pretty horrible. This one is really in nice shape. Looking at the underside, trying to get the light better here. Original quarter extensions. Everything is clean and decent. It's all been spray painted black years ago, but very good. Rear cross brace is in good shape. Bottoms this quarter, I think the patch is somewhere in this region. There is a patch on this side as well. I don't know exactly where the seam is, but this side is very nice. Minor bubble there, but that's typical of the factory leaded joint. Clean floors. These are some type of Flowmaster type muffler. They're a bit noisy. I have a couple pinholes. They should be replaced in my opinion. Front fenders, very clean. There are no apparent repairs on these front fenders. Very nice. A couple little dents here on the rocker. Nothing crazy. You can't see it unless you get run over. Bumpers and grills are very decent. There's one little crack there. And this one is in very decent shape. Front balance, very nice all the way across. And this fender, very, very nice. Clean frame, clean floor. Is a little bit of bubbling here. Again, there's a patch someplace in this general region. That's about as bad as it gets. Quarters very nice all along here. Under the hood, very clean and decent. Complete Ram charger setup installed. At least one of the tabs has been repaired. This one looks like it's had a little repair too, but it's all there, functional. It's a 1966 383. The transmission is numbers matching, however. Clean firewall, clean inner fenders. Radiator is just an aftermarket Chinese one, painted black. Car runs thermostatic temperature. Does not run anything beyond the thermostat, which I have it as a 195. The thing runs totally fine. This is a reproduction fender tag, no options added to it. The layout is from Dan Pausch, who's a numbers guru from Mopars. He did the layout for me based upon the original broadcast sheet. Some of the paint in the engine bay is flaking a little bit on the driver's side, but nothing crazy, nothing horrible. Hood closes cleanly. Good gaps. There are a couple little dents in the hood. One little one there. Where's the other one? I think there's another one someplace. But it's very nice, decent shape. Trunk lid is extremely nice. This is a 1-year only piece. Really hard to find a clean one. The light is fighting me in this video, but it is really nice. No swelling of the seam or anything like that. There is one minor pimple. I don't know if that's corrosion or if that's just a paint blemish, but that's it. The Dutchman panel on this car, this is the original Dutchman panel. There is zero rust in this area. It has never been repaired. Very uncommon to find on a Mopar. Speaks to the likelihood that this car was a Southwestern car. It was an LA built car. I don't think it came out to the East Coast until about 20 years ago, and it's been probably garaged ever since it got out here. Reproduction trunk mat, correct taillight housing covers both sides. Nice original trunk floor. There is some minor surface rust, but this is rock solid, never rusted, never perforated. Very good shape. On the passenger side, again, the quarter panel does show some dents, so on that quarter there is some Bondo to level everything out. I don't think it's something ridiculously thick, but just being transparent. Again, original quarter extension, original floor, everything's rock solid back here. Jack mechanism, including the hook, all in place. See that the car has been driven, it's been sitting, so it's been in a heat soak cycle, and within moments temperatures coming back down. That's totally normal. The car had been out on the road for an hour. It is an 80-degree day at the time of this filming, and still with the engine that hot, oil pressure at idle is still 25 psi. Driving, it is approximately 60. System's charging. I've had the headlamps on throughout the entire filming. I hadn't even touched it yet or realized that the lights were on. But it shows that the charging system is functioning properly. Fuel gauge works. Again, tachometer's working, but it is not accurate. The speedometer in this car is dead accurate. Going by Waze GPS, the speedometer is perfect. Doesn't bounce or waffle or make any noise. Moves along just fine. motor has a mild cam. I don't know the specs. I couldn't figure out what the specs were or the manufacturer going by the number stamped on it when I had it out for a rebuild. I did reuse the original cam and lifters. Lifters were put back in their appropriate positions. Nothing was mixed up. When the motor was rebuilt, fresh pistons, squared block, Ford 40 over, fresh bearings naturally. Crank did not have to get cut, just a polish. Heads are, I'll say, good use, maybe about 10,000 miles that were on them. The light valve job was done, fresh seals, and put back on. Car has a fan clutch on it, not a fixed fan. The valve train is, I'll say, is a higher energy style. It has an anti-pump uplifter, so there is a little bit of noise. I don't know how great it's going to sound in this video, but there is a little bit of valve train noise. This car has the factory stamped steel rocker arm assembly. The rocker arms are all brand new at the time of rebuild. Car has a Petronix ignition. Throttle shaft is very, very hot. So it's kind of hard for me to keep my fingers on it the whole time. Car burns very, very clean. Carburetor's dialed in appropriately. It's not sooty or fat. Spark plugs burn a nice clean tan. Tune is good on the car. Pressure being 60 hot at driving, it is 40 at hot, which is the stock blow-off pressure in a Mopar oil pump. It has a Melling stock replacement pump, so therefore the oil pressure is at 40 at cruise, 25 at idle. Speedo's not balancing, so that's accurate miles per hour. short, it's a really nice cruiser, something you can take out and enjoy. Just go for a country drive, go to a local cruise night. Car turns heads everywhere. You don't see a lot of these cars. Color combination on this car, it makes it pop. Personally, I would love to see it with the Ledger blue stripe. I think that would really make this car pop. But it is really just a nice, clean piece to enjoy without worry, like a fully restored car or whatever else. This is something you can just hop in, enjoy, and go down the road. Thanks for watching. Come at you again soon.